John Thomas.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Leave it to me. Yeah, 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 leave it to me. Let's go. Leave it to me. Let's go. Leave it to me. 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 Let's go. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Leave it to me. Woo! Always love that theme song. Get ready for the Big Herm collectibles. You know what I'm saying? The Big Herm Show with Primetime Tom as we cover all things Amazing Spider-Man. You know what I mean? We cover the main run, the Amazing Spider-Man run, and maybe the future when we catch up, if that ever happens. We'll cover other stuff for Spider-Man. We're very behind. We were catching up, and then life happens. But
Yep.
I'm thinking maybe during the winter we might have a little more time. The
Yeah.
holidays is a little tough, you know. People want to do things with you. You're like, damn, I just want to be a boring dude and stay home. You know what I mean? Read my
Yeah.
comics and do a show with my man Tom here. You know what I'm saying? Oh man! But today we're covering the Amazing Spider-Man annual. I like to say 2023 because numero uno is not the first. This is the first one for the year. Usually they have one every year. That's why it's called annual. But then they kind of got crazy, and then there was two in another year. It's like how they have like two annuals. You know what I mean? It's like it's supposed to be one. You know, it's a little confusing. But you know, Marvel. You know, comics. I think
yeah.
DC has done it before too. But it is what it is. We're covering this one because you know there's a certain people that think that annuals don't count. And I believe they do. You know what I mean? Of course, anybody who a Spider-Man fan, if you're into podcasts and stuff like that, I listen to the amazing what was it called? The Amazing Spider Talk. There you go. The all new Amazing Spider Talk. They changed their name. They used to be Superior Spider Talk. But you know, I don't know if you heard this podcast before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been listening to them for years. When I first got back into it, a few years ago, they probably don't know who the hell I am. I am a part of their um I was their first one of the first Patreon, but when they first got their Patreon and stuff, I signed on to it. So I'm one of their members and stuff like that of their Patreons. And sometimes I'll get into, you know, I forgot the app's name right now, it's eluding me, but I get on there and talk with them and stuff. Everyone, it's been a while, but yeah, so they always Mark Giannacchio and Dan Gavaston. Those are the two hosts from there, and they're always arguing about annuals that count and don't count. Mark thinks it doesn't count, and Dan thinks it does, which I agree with Dan. They do count. You know what I mean? So that's why we're covering the annual today. Tom, do you think they count?
Oh yeah. Even if it's a
Definitely.
small side story, I think it's still canon to the
Canon, it counts. Yeah.
over.
So station to all you out there, anybody, of course, if you watch this live, thank you. Or if you watch this on the rewind, if you like what you see. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel. Ding, ding, ding that bell for notification for future videos. You can watch fantastic storytelling that we do here. Not really, but you know, we try. And yeah, we also got all my homies in the PCP Army Bad Batch. Their links are down below from the hashtag Blame Phable Show, which he's on YouTube, guys. Check him out. His link is down below. We got Nick Comic Culture, which is his co-host, up in there. He's got his own channel. Check him out. Nerdtastic News with an Island View. My man Manny, who's on that show earlier this afternoon. I keep saying this morning. It's probably morning for you, but it was afternoon for me. Man, there's so many people. Stu from Dr. Doom fan club. He has his own show on Wednesday night with Steph. You know what I'm saying? And every time I'm doing this show, I forget Supreme Clientele. I have the thumbnail right here. This is the last show they did. Now they covered up some good stuff. You know, the Hulk 180 is actual first appearance of Spider-Man or not. It was pretty cool. Ultimate Fallout 4, and you see the whole list there. They go on through it. They talk about even the death in the family and all that. You know what I mean? They had a wonderful show that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. You know, it's Thanksgiving's kind of special and stuff like that. They usually cover new stuff, but they were covering old school stuff too on there, and they cover news too and all that. And they have special guests here and there. I'm gonna be a special guest there someday. You know, hopefully we can plan that out. But they are 9 p.m. on Wednesday, on Whiplash Wednesday, and 9 p.m. usually is I'm in bed. Come on, I wake up at 2 in the morning, go to work, so you know I'll be missing it. But one day I'm gonna have to take a nap in the middle of the day so I could join that show. So I don't think they're watching, but if you are, Stu, I'm gonna be on that show one day, sooner than we all think. So my man Tom, that always watch me, listens to me just babble on, blah blah. This guy keeps talking, has 10-minute intros. You know what I mean?
15. No.
So how was your week? How are you doing?
Oh, good. Thanksgiving was awesome. Picked up some good couple of books yesterday, Black Friday, and
sweet. So what does that mean? Are we gonna get my favorite part of the show? You guys know you want it. You gotta have it. Some show and tell. That beautiful sight. A little later. We gotta definitely do that a little later. Some show and tell. I found a box full of some of my figures, Spider-Man related. There's some X-Men guys there. I ain't gonna lie. And I'll just show you some figures today. And then hopefully I get back on the train of the Figgy Fridays that my man Phable always does. I think he kind of gets mad at me. Go ahead. What happened?
I forgot to flip it to Fridays.
Yeah. There's Figgy Fridays, and then there's Throw Your Sets Up Saturdays. And sometimes I cheat. I do the figures on Saturday and be like, oh, it's Throw Your Sets Up. It's a set of figures. You know what I mean? Two birds with one shot. You know what I mean? I'm a cheater. Oh man, I apologize. I'm doing this on my phone because for the reason I can't find the password to my computer. I can't even get on my computer, so I'm doing it old school on my phone. And then the iPad just didn't like it, kept falling and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna do it old school, do the show on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
It's so cool.
It's so cool. You'll go to chat real quick before we start. Of course, I was just talking about him, my man. One collection down Phable Station. Thank you for coming on. I know he's busy with the kids and all that family and stuff. Thanks for coming on for how long you can. And of course, my man Billy Power Max. Power Max, some deadness, baby. Oh, Bobby De La Ghetto, Hardcore Station. What is up? And because for whatever reason, Brother Joe cannot get in the chats. There's a conspiracy between Brother Joe and me. You know what I'm saying? They won't let him in. So I'm gonna do this for Brother Joe. Brother Joe, real American hero. Brother Joe was there. You know what I'm saying? And, they had a nice collaboration with Phable earlier on Jingle Bells, and then he sang Jingle Bells, and then Phable sang the Batman Smells part. You know what I mean? So, which is hilarious. My man Kenneth Station says hi to everyone is here tonight. Everyone here tonight. Yes. My man Nick Comic Coach, we just talking about your Station. Hope he has Nick Comic. Nick at night tonight. Usually at 8 p.m. I think it pops up or something like that East, if I'm not mistaken, or 9 East here, 8 over there. Sometimes he talks about a time, but he's Central Time and we're East, so I'd be confused. Like, it's not his fault, it's my fault. I should remember, but let me see. I'm doing this through my phone, guys. So Hang in there. My man Eric the Stash Station. What's up, man?
Ish.
I mean, all right. I think that's everybody, man. Thanks everybody in the chat. Thanks for being on here. I know like we're inconsistent, but of course, life gets in the way. But we got 2 shows. Again, I don't know if I said this earlier, but we're doing this. Like I went on the Instagram for a little while. We're gonna do this tomorrow. The Amazing Spider-Man number 31, the big 9.99 issue, the big wedding issue.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen? I feel like wrestling and this issue, like they're together. You know what I mean? Because anybody knows a wrestling wedding never works out. There's always something going on. You know what I mean? Someone's getting their butt whooped or something like that, or someone interferes, and the wedding never happens. That's what I feel like is gonna happen here. You know what I mean? But if you guys want to see what happened and you haven't read it, check it out. It's big 9.99 issue where I'm covering the main story. My man here is covering the backups. Should be a doozy tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably not going to be very happy on some parts of this. Um, but loving that. But now it's story time, guys. I went on for 12, 13 minutes like I promised in my intros, like I always do. You're confused. Try being in the West Coast time. All y'all times are off for me.
Yeah. West Coast right here. Yep.
Oh yeah. Tom can relate because a lot of times I'll be like, "Yo, Tom, we're doing the show at 7," and he's like, "All right," and then he thinks it's 7 his time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "No, you're gonna be late, my man. You're gonna be late. 7 East." You know what I'm saying? 7 East. Oh man. Bobby says, "I always cry at weddings, especially wrestling weddings. Ain't they great?" I know. Brother Joe loves them. You know what I mean? But without further ado, we're gonna finally do the storytelling because we got the story here, and then we got some show and tell later. Everybody's gonna want to see our show and tell today. So,
Yep.
my man, take it away.
All right. So the writer on this is, it says Erica Schultz. I'm not really familiar with her writing. The artist is Julian Shaw. Names I'm not really familiar with. I don't know if you're familiar with any of those, but
Not at all. Not at all, man.
kind of is like a side story to the whole dark web arc. Ben Reilly was the villain, known as Chasm, and it kind of just opens up into this lady's kind of walking, downtown New York, talking on the phone to her mom, and what's her mom's like, "Are you sure you're safe, honey? Are you sure you're safe?" She's like, "Well, yeah, Mom. There's like a hero in every corner. This is New York." And then out of nowhere, this big, huge red demon thing that supposedly escaped from the Limbo Embassy, which was formed by the Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor, to house all the demons. She made kind of like an agreement with, I think, the city or something, the mayor of New York. So anyway, this demon comes out of nowhere, starts attacking the poor girl, and then on the spider glider.
Antos is not on here.
So Spidey comes flying in. It's like just another big day in the Big Apple. Kind of slow, and then he hears, "Ah!" Then he comes just flying in out of nowhere. Wham! Just smacks the crud out of the red demon, wherever it is. And he's like telling the girl, she's like, "I think I'm gonna move back to Massachusetts." And she says, or Mississippi, or Milwaukee, sorry. Spidey's like, "Yeah, go." He goes, "Beat it. Get off the street. Beat the street. Do whatever. Just beat it." And he's like, "Yeah." Kind of, doing the beat down on the demon. He's like, doing his normal Spidey little quips. He's like, "Oh, too slow, Demon Daddy, or is it Mommy?" He says, "I'm not looking to insult you. I don't know who you are." He says, "But you gotta stop doing what you're doing." And the demon starts throwing trash cans at him. Kaboom, boom. And he's like, "Thwip, thwip." Sticks him to the wall. And the demon keeps running. He's like, Spidey's like, I don't want to make a citizen's arrest. for assault and littering. So the demon's like, losing steam. He's running out of air, and he's looking panicked. And Spidey's like, you do the crime, you got to do the time, baby.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
The next thing you know, they got this huge page where he just, plants him. Kind of dig like the art there. Just crash.
The art's not bad. Art's pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
So he kind of corners the demon at the Limbo embassy. Like some guards are there. And Spidey's like, whoa, 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 whoa. He's like, just hold back, stay back. I don't have any, I'm just chasing one of your escapees. And he's like, they're all like pulling, tugging on him. He's like, hey, look, watch the costume, be nice. And the demon, the one that escaped, is all like trying to get the attention of the head security demon. He's like, Argiro, Argiro.
I'm still here, fellas. I'm still here. Just like on the phone, the options are not as good as, on the iPad or the computer. So keep going. I'm sorry.
So it cuts to a nice moonlit night in Limbo Hell, and you see Chasm sitting there. He hears rustling noises. He's like, who's there? Who's there? And then out of nowhere steps the demon, who is unmasked as his girlfriend, Hallows Eve.
Dun, dun, dun.
He was like, whoa, who are you? And she's like, he goes, I'm Ben. She goes, well, nice to meet you, Ben. The next thing you know, they get all smoochy, smoochy. Oh, I'm here to save you. She says, save me that energy. She says, save your energy for the jailbreaking later. She says, I finally got enough money so that we can run away together. She says, not even Madeline Pryor, Goblin Queen, and her demon freaks will stop us. So she has this plan. She gives him this mask called the Ghost Mask. And says, hey, this will give us powers so that we can be invisible and escape without nobody, being able to monitor us. And kind of shows him with the ghost mask.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then it kind of cuts to, on the previous panel, on the previous page, it shows Spidey running away from the guards. And then it cuts to Madeline Pryor doing her, looks like office work. And then Minions comes in and, alerts her. She says, oh my gosh, you have more paperwork for me, Glaven? He's like, I'm afraid so, my queen. He says, but there seems to be a mutant asylum refugee escapee. It's something we didn't prepare for. And, the guy goes on to say, oh, there's been some problems with our refugee demons and the human people in New York, and so we need to sign this decree. And the next thing you know, Spidey comes crashing through the wall. Crash, boom, bang! She's
just
all
like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, she's not the Kool-Aid Man. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Favorite practice. So she gets all ticked off. She's like, enough! Stop this! She plants her scepter down on the ground and puts some spell on Spidey. Puts him in this bubble. She's like, what the heck are you doing here, Spider-Man? He says, well, funny story. I was just walking along, kind of minding my own business, swinging through the concrete jungle I call home. And she's like, rolling her eyes, like, please, just cut to the chase. Give me the crib note version of this. He's like, well, the demon was harassing a woman on the street, and I followed it here. Didn't catch the demon's name. And then the demon starts throwing trash at me, and one thing led to another, and and she's like, quit bothering me with this frivolous stuff. Releases him from the bubble. He hits the ground. She's like, I don't have time for your chicanery. And he's like, well, wait a minute, that was my word. Because this was some word that he was throwing around earlier in the story. She says, you know, I really don't have time for this. She goes, everyone that does not belong here needs to get lost. And then it cuts to Hollow's Eve and Chasm trying to make their escape. But little do they know that the Goblin Queen was on them. And these huge tentacles come, wrap around them, start choking them. And Hollow's Eve was like, Ben! He's like, Janine! And it just kind of shows like the skirmish with the tentacles and they're each other's name. Like, oh, Janine! Oh, and then it shows the tentacles releasing them, and she like gets to run her tail, on her rear. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I think I broke my."
Uh-oh.
Gonna get a little personal there. Next thing you know, Spidey comes flying out of nowhere because Goblin Queen wanted him out of there too. Next thing you know, whoom, bang, bang, thud. He lands right on top of Hollow's Eve. And she's like, "What the heck?" She's like, "Why are you always meddling in our affairs and trying to come between me and Ben, you know?" And she's like, "You've ruined everything, Spider-Man. You always do that, Peter." And she's like, "Oh, Ben, why can't we just be left alone?" She's like, "Is that so wrong? We can't be happy?" You know, and Peter's all like, "Well, Janine, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about Ben. I'm sorry about all of this." He goes, "But you got to both stop doing what you're doing." He's like, "Ben made a huge mistake. He's serving time in limbo." He says, "You did too." He says, "You should technically be in prison too." He's like, "You know, maybe it's just not going to work out for you two." And the one thing I thought was weird was this panel right here where it shows like part of Peter's eye. I didn't quite understand that, but
Yeah, maybe there's. I think they showed that to show his concern. You know what I mean? Probably, yeah. Like,
yeah,
kind of see through the mask. You know what I mean?
you know. So she goes on to making guilty. She's like, "Well, how many times have you fought for MJ?" And he's like, "Well, you know, that's in the past. Me and MJ aren't together anymore." And so it kind of just cuts back to the Goblin Queen. She's like, "You know, Chasm Ben needs to stay here. He hasn't finished his sentence." She's like, "You know, count your blessings, Janine. I could have had you locked up here too." And then she's all like flipping out, like Halsey was flipping out. She's like, "You know, go ahead, do it. Lock me up too, Maddie. Lock me up. Lock me up with Ben. Keep us both here. At least then we'll be together." She's like, "I'll live in hell if I have to." You know, that just sets her off because she doesn't like her limbo being called hell. She's like, "This is not hell." She's like, "I wish people would understand the difference." She's like, "I sympathize with you, Janine, but you have both violated my trust and my sovereign land," because I guess she sees Limbo as her country. She's the
Yep.
queen, and she loves slamming down that staff of hers.
She loves being the queen.
And the next thing you know, she's dematerializing Spidey and Hell's Eve, telling them to get lost. She's like, "Don't come back." And on that same note, Peter's all feeling terrible. He's like, "Janine," she's like, Hell's Eve is like, "Had it." She's like, "You've meddled enough, Peter. Leave us both alone. Don't ever talk to me or Ben Riley again." So she, just disappears. He's like, "Janine, come on," trying to reason with her. And Peter feels so bad. He swings off. He says, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to both of you for everything that happened." And then in a house in Forest Hills, Queens.
I got that. I got that. I got that. Let's talk about the main story for now. Let me just get you out of the solo. Exit solo. So I got okay. So I'll cover the secondary story, the backup story. I call it secondary, but it's a backup story. But real quick, what I thought about the story. Of course, there's a scene in there that takes place um while Dark Web was going on. So this is like after that time, and of course Janine's going in limbo to get Chasm. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it didn't work out for them. So, but you see a lot of her character in the Hallows Eve five five issue miniseries, which actually was kind of fun. I really did enjoy that series. Um, I thought it was gonna be silly, and I ended up enjoying it.
Hmm.
This story is a little silly too, but it's a continuation to that. I appreciate it because usually sometimes the annuals like it's its own one shot story, and then it's like it's in continuity kind of, but it's like you know I don't know, it's just like a little bit of a throwaway or something like that. I don't like using throwaway, but you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
uh this one was like a continuation to that, and then of course in the future there's gonna be more on this story if people whether people like that or not. I like the Hallows Eve character. I like how she puts her mask and all that.
Yeah.
What I don't like is they gave her powers, which is fine. And then of course we're gonna talk about another certain uh red-haired lady that all of a sudden has powers too now. You know that we
Yeah.
discussed this through the ASM issues. And Mary Jane has powers now. She's jackpot. If you already know, she has a solo series, which I kind of like wrestle with if I'm gonna get it or not. I think I did, but it is what it is. But we're not talking about that now. Um, I enjoyed the story. It was cute. The art was cute. Um, it's an annual, and it was like it was a decent annual. That's why I like covering it. So if I'm gonna give just this story out of, should we grade the whole issue or should we grade the story? So I'm just
Hmm.
like,
I guess we could grade the story.
so I'll grade the story. Like I think if you count the other story, that kind of knocks it down. So let's like not grade the backup story for a minute. But if I had to grade this story in connection with the dark web and stuff like that, I think I give it a 3.0,
Huh.
which I think is a decent grade. You know, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad neither. It was enjoyable. So 3.8 for it. That's the grade I'll give it for that particular story. What do you give it?
Um. Yeah. I was the wheels were turning in my head, and I thought, well, should I be generous? And then I thought, well, yeah, it was a fun story, and the art wasn't that bad, and it was kind of a nice side thing to see continuity with the dark web storyline. And
Hmm.
so I was thinking around also like a 3.0.
Yeah. So we're thinking almost pretty much the same way, cause it was a nice adventure. It was literally a comic book story. You know what I mean? It's quick to read, comfortable. You know what I mean? It doesn't take itself too serious, and I enjoyed it. And Madeline Pryor, you know what I mean? Any story you get her in back in there was pretty cool. Like she's all in the Goblin Queen thing. You know what I mean? The um Limbo Queen. There you go. So not bad. And before we get to that, I'm gonna now give myself a little solo. So I'm gonna cover the backup. But before we get to that, are you getting this series right here? Spider Tingling Spider Man?
Yeah, I got the zero issue 0, 1, and 2. I just haven't had time to read it yet.
Because Saladin Ahmed is in it, which I enjoy his Miles Morales and stuff like that. I did not get it. I thought about it, but obviously I can't get everything. But I was just wonder if you guys see if you liked it. Um, Spider Slayer's Stark Spider Man. A terrifying, oversized start to the new series. So this one came out in September, but I'm not sure. I'll probably wait. Maybe it's in a collection. Maybe I wait into a collection if I hear it's good. You know what I mean?
I think it's
But
supposed to only be, I think, 5 or 6 issues. I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be. But keep on keeping on. Before we go, we got my man Vernon was in the house station. What's going on?
Station.
What? Yeah, man. Wonderful show he puts on. I didn't realize, but he had a show yesterday. Um, and stuff like that on his Blood Splatter channel. His Blood Splatter Chatter channel. Check that out. He always have wonderful guests like people from the PCP Army. I haven't seen it yet, but you guys always know I'll be watching that on the rewind. I was knocked the heck out. I Triplet in Comic Station. Kevin, what's up, bro? I think I got everybody. Of course, hi, hun. Station to the lovely, lovely lady, my lovely wife. Supports me all the time. Great wife. You know what I mean? I think I got everybody, and I'm gonna keep on keeping on. This is the side story. I hope you guys don't fall asleep. I hope you guys are still with us. But like side story, everybody leaves. Side story, Forest Hills, Queens. So there's like this little like happy birthday, Anna. Mary Jane's aunt and stuff like that. She's like, and which age between 65 and 80 are you turning today, Anna? And it looked like some dude hitting on her and stuff. She's like, you can try and guess. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh Lord, you know what I mean? And then some other lady's like, yeah, there's a prize if you get it right. and Aunt May is like, it wouldn't matter. She'll never confirm nor deny. And then it says Happy Earth Day, Hannah. So Peter messed up the cake, of course. Happy Earth Day. So
Peter.
yeah, you see the gathering there. You know what I mean? And Peter's like, "No," you know what I mean? Not exactly those words, but you guys know. And then Mary Jane's like, "Peter, pain is really my gain." She starts laughing. He's like, "Hey, take it easy." And then Paul's like, "I haven't seen you laugh like that." Oh, wow, Mary Jane. I was like, "Shut up, Paul. Nobody asked you." You know what I'm saying? It's that Paul guy right there. I can't stand
Nobody
that guy. Nobody likes Paul. Screw that guy. You know what I mean? Mary Jane only wanted to date you because there's two dumb kids. You know what I mean? And they're gone. You know what I mean? That's why, I like kids, guys. But, the kids weren't real. They weren't real. So I could call them dumb because they weren't real. Canceled. Herm's canceled. Oh, man. And, of course, Paul's like, it could be worse. And then, Peter's like, I'll go get another one. My bad. You know what I mean? And Mary Jane's like, yeah, Peter's gonna go get a new cake because he kind of messed up. You know what I mean?
That's what
And it's like, it's all good, dude. You know what I mean? What happened?
that's what Peter does. He makes things right.
He makes things right. He always messes up, but he makes things right. Yep, exactly true. And it's like, who is this party? Who is this party animal? And what has she done with my Aunt Anna? Because Aunt Anna's like, yo, it's all good, bruh. You know what I mean? We just party on, dude. Party on. You know what I'm saying? He just says those exact words, but you guys get me. You know what I mean? And of course, Anna goes, these days, I feel like a complete new woman, thanks to you. And all of a sudden, she gets all mean and starts grabbing her wrong. And MJ's like, what the hell? And then it's like, and then she starts pulling her hair. And then
Yeah.
MJ's like, I'm just like, what? Anna, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And then she's like the Hulk. She's like, ah. And then pushes her away. Like, how did she get that strong? And then, Paul's like, are you okay? Screw that guy. I don't care that guy. And she's like, I'm fine, dude. You're not Peter. No, she didn't say that, but, that's what I think in my head she said. You know what I mean? And then he tries to calm her down. He's like, Anna, it's me, Paul. Like, that's going to make it better. He's a jerk. You know what I mean? Nobody cares about Paul. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Oh, man. She's like, yo, it's me, Paul, and it's your niece. You love your niece. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe just I don't want you to get hurt. MJ, so he tries to calm her down. MJ ain't having it. MJ's like, calm down. Get out of my face, Paul. I'm going to hit this. You know what? You know what I mean? Not those exact words, but you guys know me. Anyway, MJ's like, it's like she doesn't even recognize us. what is wrong with her? Because she's going berserk, guys. She's like,
Mm.
and then of course they keep going, and she's like, there has been those rumors of people acting out violently because of the mutant drugs. I thought it was impossible, but I don't know what to believe now. And of course, in the bottom it says, "See the Hellfire Gala." I'm telling you, stuff went down, Nick. There goes that editor again. I think that poor guy is supposed to be Nick. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. They both the same. You know what I mean? I hate that guy. And then, oh boy, oh man. So Aunt May's like, Anna, whatever this is, we can help you. Just talk to us. And Anna looked like she brings a table and knocks MJ out. You know what I mean? Like, wow, it's like wrestling time now for Anna. And then she grabs May in the face, you know what I'm saying? And she just tossed her. You know what I mean? May's not a young cat, you know what I mean? Like, holy smokes. And then she goes, she's ready to get sliced and diced by some dishes. And who comes to the rescue? So this has elevated so much that it brought the Amazing Spider-Man out to help her out. You know what I mean? Help out. It's like, I heard the party from down the street. Thought I'll swing by. And MJ's like, you got to get everyone to safety. And Paul's like, what about you? He's like, I'm an actress, Paul. I improvise. And then Peter Parker's like, I'm sorry, Spider-Man's like, I'm against punching older ladies as a general rule. But if it's okay, if there's if it is okay if it's a possessed and trying to murder you lady, you know what I mean? And then she tosses him, bah. And he's like, I guess that's a yes. You know what I mean? So Anna's like super strong. So these drugs from Cocoa, which I think was a setup, you know what I mean? It's not really from you guys know that whole story when the Hellfire got you know what I mean? The whole sinister thing, or he rigged it, or whatever. Whatever happened, I still don't understand what happened, but I kind of do, but I don't. But you know, so you see Anna just like ready to wrestle like the Hulk. You know what I mean? And Aunt is like, hey, Aunt Anna, have some cake, and throws some cake in her face. That's her own aunt, you know what I mean? But desperate times, desperate measures, I guess. You know what I mean? And then she just slams MJ to the wall. At this point, MJ should be knocked the hell out, but she's still going. And of course, Peter's Spider-Man's like, hey, cake face, over here, to get her attention and stuff like that. And he whips her, you know what I mean? So this is to the point where he's whipping Aunt Anna, you know what I mean? But she ain't having it. She's freaking climbing the web to get to Spider-Man. He's like, oh snap, this is not good. And he's like, she does like a weird ass Guile Street Fighter blade kick. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was gonna do the Chen Li, like, yeah, you know, with the legs. You know what I'm saying? But so Spider-Man's like, use a spider web against him, rude. You know what I mean? I picture a lot of possessed death scenarios, but never quite factoring in Pharaoh critique du Soleil and Anna. I think I said that right. He tries to be fancy there, and she all of a sudden she's like, "Rrr." And then like MJ's like, I slipped a couple of sleeping pills in that cake. They should keep her sedated for at least an hour. And then Spider-Man goes, Happy Earth Day, Anna. And Anna, it sure was a memorable one because she wrecked house. You know what I mean? Whatever she was taking. And then, of course, they take her to the Ravencroft Institute where they keep a lot of loonies in and, you know, control people. You know what I mean? Like that. Cool people, you know what I'm saying? And so pretty much they're telling, long story short, there's a whole letter in here and stuff like that. They're pretty much saying they're gonna do their best to keep her controlled, and stuff like that. And MJ's kind of worried, like, we had to keep her here at all places where there's criminals and Peter Parker's like, there's nowhere else to take her. If they anywhere they could be safe, it's in this place because she's not all there because of the damn pills. And she's like, best worst option, I guess. And then of course, Paul's like, we have to assume she's getting the help she needs at Ravenclaw. We'll visit her. Peter will work with his friends to try to fix this. And I'm like,
What?
Paul, who are you to tell what Peter's gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You were here for a cup of coffee, and now you're like talking like your friends and stuff. You know? Get out of here. Anyway, Peter's like, I already have called in Mr. Fantastic. It could have been a lot worse if you hadn't found her sleeping pill. And Mary Jane's like, they weren't Anna's pills, they were mine, so they were strong sleeping pills. And then Paul's like, and she's like, Paul and I have been staying with Aunt Anna ever since. There are just too many memories back home. And then, look, Aunt Anna is going to be okay. Is that me saying because I believe it? Peter says. It says the three of us is going to figure it out. This is why I'm like Peter. The three of us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. The two of us. You know, this Paul guy.
Yeah.
He's temporary. You know what I mean? This one, he's gonna get written out of the freaking book eventually. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know, I don't trust that guy. But
Yeah.
I guess three, and of course, it has poor Aunt Anna
Yeah,
in the
man.
corner in the loony to be continued.
Mm-hmm.
And wow.
Which makes me wonder where they're going to continue that.
Yeah, I said that exactly. I mean, I'm not caught up with the current ASM. I'm a few
I mean,
issues behind, which I'm probably gonna try to catch up to either today or tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I'm like, I hope they never continue that. It was just like, I mean, really? I know they're trying to tell different stories and stuff like that, but I mean, I know like in the cartoon, she was a witch and you couldn't stand her, but you know, that's still Mary Jane's aunt. You know what I mean? Like, and they write her a story like she's a Hulk and stuff like that, taking these pills. So the side stories are usually like side stories, one shots, you know, fun. It doesn't take too serious. But the side story was more serious than the main story. At least that's what I thought. You know what I mean? That's why I decided to grade the main story, which we graded earlier 3.0, which I think was a decent grade out of both of us. And then the side story, I let you. What do you think of the side story? And what
uh,
do you grade it?
I thought it was wacky. I was like, what have they done to poor Mary Jane's aunt? And I was like, what in the is going on?
They're just messing every character.
Why do we have WWE going on within the Spider-Man story?
I mean, if you just look at the story, the side, you just as a story, it is hilarious. It's so silly and stupid. It makes you laugh. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So that alone is worth the read. But you just it sucks that they did that to the character. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like using the word character assassination because it's a side character, but it's still MJ's aunt. And I don't know. If you had to grade it, what would you grade the side story?
Oh man. Well, as much as I got a good laugh out of it, I would say probably I'm gonna have to be harsh, but probably a 2.0.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking because I laughed, 2.0 was what I was thinking, but as doing the reread, I kind of enjoyed it a little bit. So I just give it a little bit of a 2.5, you know what I mean? But we're not too far behind, you know what I mean? Only because I laugh gets the point 0.5 in it. It's not egregious to the point where it's a 1 on something like that. Um, and the art was like mediocre at best. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I mean, but I think it was all right. When you think about it, it wasn't bad art. But yeah, So pretty much, if you grade the book, um, and you take the 3.0, 2.5, and the 2.U, and we round it off with the numbers and all that, it averages up to 2.69, dude. Oh man, Stu Station, bro. We just talking about your show earlier. You guys had a great show with my man Steph. Should be proud of you guys, man. I'm proud of you guys. 21 episodes, doing your thing, and like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna be on that show soon. We talked about it. I'm gonna have to make some kind of an effort. We'll just hopefully I can cover the good books that I actually read. Because you guys put on a good show there and nice, deep and all that. I don't know if I could go that deep, but you know what I mean. I'll try. You know what I mean. But this issue, oh my god, oh lord. So like I said, the main story was all right. We gave it 3.0, but that backup, oh lord, we had fun with it, but wow. The thing is an annual. So we're like to be continued. No, continue. We don't want to continue this story. You know what I mean? But that's it for that. Join us tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, where my band's gonna wake up early in the morning to prep for the show. Cause 12 here is what, 9 there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So early in the morning, my man's gonna be with his coffee. You know what I mean? And doing a Spider-Man show with moi as we cover the Amazing Spider-Man. Let me give myself a solo right here. 31 Legacy issue 925. We're doing that tomorrow. The wedding issue. Like I said earlier, special wedding issues. Just like wrestling weddings, right? Nothing ever goes wrong in wrestling weddings, right? We'll see. The special wedding issue tomorrow. Oh man. So we're definitely gonna enjoy that. And that's it for that. So now we have to do my favorite part of the show. My man knows here that I love you. You gotta have it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
My man Stu Station. He's like, Station, yeah, thank you, brother. Yo, we moving to Tuesday night starting next week. Let me know if you make it easier for you to schedule. I like Tuesday night. I like how you think. I like how you, because I'm off Wednesday. You guys did that for me, didn't you? You know what I mean? You guys really wanted me on your show. No, I'm just kidding. Station, I appreciate that. We'll talk. We'll talk. I will make sure what issues you're covering, and if I'm up to date on some of those issues, then I'll be on the show. Or not, like we'll do the next two. We'll talk. We'll talk in the back about that. He's like, let's go. Yeah, man. I have no excuses now. The next day I don't work. It's a Whiplash Wednesday. I probably have to take a nap after work, but you know what I mean. I've been trying. Yeah, you have. You have to get me on there, and I would love to go on there, man. I would have fun with you and stuff. Um, I'll bring some craziness in there. But man, that sounds good. So yeah, hit me up. Maybe later or tomorrow, whenever. It's kind of late here, but I don't know what time you go to bed. But hit me up whenever you can. I'll hit you up. We'll talk. We'll talk. My man Bobby's still in the house. Hardcore station, but you guys, it's time. It's time for my favorite part of the show. You know you love it. You gotta have it. What am I talking about? Show and tell. That beautiful sight. Show and tell. My part that I love the most. Tom, I'm a hope that you want to go first because I got some figures to show here. So I'm
Oh
gonna
wow.
let you have the floor because I have a few figures to show. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. You
Yeah.
probably rock it, and then I'll be like, I'm not showing nothing now. You know what I mean? But I'll take the chance. My man Solo.
So I got
He
uh they've been doing the Disney variant covers for different Marvel issues. So I got Amazing Spider-Man, um, issue 35. What if Mickey became Spider-Man? Kind of an homage to, I want to say, ASM 300, I believe it was. And then they did
Oh
sticker,
yeah.
which I thought was awesome. Kind of funny seeing Daisy as Wolverine. It's ASM 37.
Mhm.
Pretty cool cover. And you mentioned Big Herm was mentioning Spine Tingling Spider-Man earlier. This was an awesome cover on this one. Spine Tingling Spider-Man issue 2.
Oh, that's a hot cover.
Yeah. And
Oh
then
man, I'm gonna have to blame you. You're gonna make me want to get that series. Blame Tom.
and if I don't know if anybody's keeping up, I think you might have been picking up. Um, it's where Nightcrawler basically takes on the mantle of Spider-Man, Uncanny Spider-Man issue 3.
Yes, it's really good. I read the first issue. It's pretty damn good. I think Stu and Steph was covering that. They enjoying it and stuff like that. So heck yeah, I gotta catch up with that one.
And then I guess they rebooted, or I don't know if it's a reboot or Image took on Transformers. This is issue 2 with my main man, Mr. Prime.
Oh, nice.
A nice cover.
Optimus Prime.
Really cool back to it.
Yeah, I love their back, man. It's
And
excellent series so far, man. It's a great read.
I picked up some stuff on a Black Friday sale. Actually, these might be different books than. Okay, yeah. So these ones were not on Black Friday, but these I got. Defenders issue 9.
Ooh, that's nice.
And then DC kind of had their own like horror story type thing, like Creep Show style, House of Mystery.
That's
Pipe
nice. Heck
Hell.
yeah.
Uh,
Nice.
and this crazy clown one, which kind of reminded me of it.
Poor little girl, what's gonna happen?
And then Jack the Ripper.
Look who's decided to show up.
Yeah.
We know this guy from somewhere, huh?
Grandpa, is that you?
Oh man,
Oh boy.
man. He said Tom has good taste in comics. Yes, he does. Sleeping
So
with a station, Damien. Station, brother.
so now the Black Friday pickups.
Oh, Black Friday, nice.
So I got I think two newer issues of Spidey, 37 and 38. This one of 37 is awesome. It's got Spidey and our new favorite sidekick Wreck Rap on the cover fighting the Sinister Six.
Nice.
And then I got issue 38. I think this might be a special suit from the new Spider-Man 2 game. It's called the Stone Monkey suit.
Mm.
Which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And this one sold out quick. And then for some reason I've been interested in Midnight Suns because it's like a special team of. It's got like Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider, Morbius. I think Moon Knight might have been part of it, and Blade, and so anyway. So I picked up some Midnight Suns Unlimited. It's got Ghost Rider on the front. That's issue 1
Oh, that's sweet.
of that. Issue 2 has a really nice Morbius cover.
Heck yeah.
Um,
Nice.
issue,
That's a nice cover.
issue 3, Airman Spidey is a guest star.
Sweet.
And And then issue 4. This one's really cool because this has Blade on it, and
Heck yeah, you get Blade on the cover. Heck yeah.
yeah.
Love the Midnight Suns, man. Everybody's wanting a show. Everybody wanting a show or a movie. Something with the Midnight Suns.
Oh yeah, and also speaking of Damien, Sleepy Reader, he gave
Uh-oh.
me he gave me this huge bag of books that he either had dual copies of or just ones that he didn't want anymore. Um, I
Yeah,
ended up I ended up I think selling a few of them, and I kept some other ones. But if you just wait a minute or two, I'm gonna go grab some ones that I thought were really awesome that I wanted to share.
sure.
So I'll be right back.
So while he does that, he says he's gonna be right back. We could leave him in the. I don't want to start mine yet until he's done. But yeah, Sleepy Station, man. How you doing, Sleepy? We're gonna have to get you on here one day. Maybe think of something. You know what I mean? Get you on here just to chat with you. It's been a while since I had you, or maybe go on your show or something like that. I don't even know if I'm qualified to go on a Sleepy Reader show. You know what I mean? I don't know if I got those skills in my head, but I would love to join you, talk about some stories or something like that. Um, Tom or me and Tom or something like that. We would love to have you one day. Maybe we'll cover a favorite story, Spider-Man story of yours or something like that. I would love to do that. If you're down with that, let me know, and we'll make it happen in the new year. You know what I mean? Because I would
Yeah,
love to have you on here. Tom, we all love you. Portland Comic Crew, going strong like always. Any chance I could get any member of the Portland Comic Crew on my channel, I'm gonna do it.
yeah, we
All
just
right,
gotta
you
get.
ready?
Speaking of, Vampire Tales, Brian
Nice.
Morby, and this is all. It's interesting because it's in old style, like black and white. I guess to kind of give it more of that vintage, like pre-code horror, I guess they call it, feel. But, and then, oh yes, a story of Immortal Hulk, Hulk in Hell.
Nice.
And then I thought this was interesting. So this is an alien called, I want to say Skills, or maybe it's Skiz. But I guess it's a whole collection based on this alien that visits Earth. Um, Kind of his like hijinks on Earth and stuff. Um, some of it's in black and white, some of it's in color. I thought it was interesting, so
Mhm.
thought I'd give that a read through.
Nice.
Another one, Nexus, um, Nefarious. This was like it looks like it was a short-lived um, series by Mike Barone and Steve Rude. Kind of looks like a cross between Cyclops and Nova, I want to say. But yeah, this is another one that has some pretty cool art. Some, you know, color panels.
Yeah.
Some old, like 50s type sci-fi
Old
feeling to it.
school looking. Yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
Another one that I thought was pretty cool was an updated retelling of the one of my favorite books, Count of Monte Cristo. And this one's called, well, simply Count.
Can't count on you.
Another cool one. It's Elric, Bane of the Black Sword. This was like another kind of like Conan style type thing. And I guess these books are from a series, but they're all like, I want to say like one shots. It's got cool art, you know, it's Conan style. Type. Trying to just find another good page. Oh, there we go.
That's nice.
And the first 4 issues of the IDW run of Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah, man. That's cool.
I never got to read because when I picked it up, I had started at issue 100. So
Yeah, the IDW stuff, man. I read the first volume of that collection. I've said this before, but it's excellent, man. I want to keep going.
yeah, I can't remember. I don't even remember what issue I stopped at, but I stopped picking it up, and I kind of regret it.
It's all good.
And
Is that
then
good? You got
and
more?
then, and then the gem mint one that
Oh,
was
okay.
Uncanny X-Men Omnibus.
Oh, nice. Which
Early
volume was that?
volume 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah. So thank you once again, Sleepy Raider Damien, for the books.
That's sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
Damien Station, man. That was cool of you, man. It's embarrassing how many doubles I accidentally buy, but at least I have someone cool to pass them on. If anybody cool you can give that to, is that definitely Primetime Tom here. Um, Here, read them and enjoy them. But that was a cool ass haul right there. See, that's why I'm like, damn. Now I don't
Yeah.
want to do my haul. That was too good. I can't top that. You know what I mean? But that was pretty cool. Um, I guess it's my turn. I guess. I guess. I don't know if I. Thanks, Tom. But thanks, Sleepy, for giving Tom an even better show and tell. Now I'm just kidding. That was awesome. Awesome books. Uncanny X-Men. I tried to get that whole series myself. Um, and the Chris Claremont run. I want to go through that whole run. Hopefully one day, maybe in 2 years, I'll get to read it. But my turn for show and tell. We saw Phable up in the house right here. Uh, I'm sure a little X-Men. I saw this in a box and stuff like that. I kind of was planning on doing for throw your sets up uh Saturdays or Friday. I got a bunch of an idea for a bunch of stuff. I dropped the ball. I haven't been doing it, but I'll get back on the ball soon. I promise. But of course, I got to show this, which I got a couple of years ago. My homegirl Rogue. Everybody know
Oh,
I got love for my homegirl Rogue. Um,
if you
my
remember the
wife
curse, talk
happened.
about talk about thick.
Oh, I don't even know if it has that part back there, but you know. Oh Lord, but
That's an
yeah, yeah. I remember getting it a couple of years ago. Um, you know what I mean? My wife loves her. We have two of these. One is hers and one is mine. So one day I'll probably open this one just to enjoy it a little more. I've been
mm-hmm.
doing that with some of my figures. I've been opening. I have a few of my McFarlane ones open. I'm not gonna open every figure, but I need room, so I'm gonna have to. But
I
yeah, this is pretty cool.
That's a figure that you can really stand behind.
Oh, you cut it out. Of course, what's Ro without her husband in the comics? Gambit. You know, you gotta
Oh,
let me some Gambit. You know what
uh,
I mean? Gambit in the house. He got his cards right there. Monsieur, yeah. Dude, all that stuff he says with his accent. Oh man. So some Gambit action here. I love me some Gambit. Rogan Gambit. One of my favorite couples. I guess my favorite couple now because MJ and Peter is not together now. You know what I'm saying? But my favorite Marvel couple, I guess.
well,
Whatever.
are we doing it in the new Ultimate run? I think comes out in January where they're married.
Yeah, yeah, with kids and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I could get behind that. You know, I kind of want to read that, see what it's about, stuff like that. I prefer Mayday, but I see what these new kids are about. I'm always open. I kind of want a Peter B. Parker and Mayday storyline, you know, with the MJ of that world, in the comic books. If they're not gonna do a show of it, you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
keep on keeping on. In the Spider-Man style world, I got me Peter Parker Spider-Man
Whoa.
because it has him thinking with half Spider. Spider says it's tingling.
Good.
You know what I mean? And I don't know why he has those glasses.
Whoa. I
Oh
didn't
man,
know.
I guess
Wow.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. From
Because
anime.
there's the retro series and it's the
Oh.
retro of the animated series. So yeah, pretty much. This is like the first wave of them. They have wave 2 and 3, which I don't have too much, which I kind of like stopped at the time because I couldn't afford them at the time before I
Huh?
got my new job. But when I
Because
was able to, what happened?
I know they're coming out. I've seen they're coming out with another Scarlet Spider one, a Hallows Eve one, which I'm really thinking about getting.
My man Phable, trying to trying to get guests up in here on my show. You know what I mean? Okay. Sleepy, we all want you on the show, man. You're awesome. See, he's probably not gonna pop up no more. It's like everybody wants me on the show.
That might be the Sleepy Reader's bedtime.
Hey, listen, he'll be awesome on that show. A lot of knowledge on that guy. But I'll keep on keeping on. Everybody favorite the thief. You know what I mean?
Oh
The black cat got me had a
man,
yeah. Got me
man. I
the
don't
black
know.
cat.
I think you're outdoing my show and tell.
I don't know about that, but I got this version and then I got the old school version over here. I showed this before, but no
Wow.
showbiz. Yeah. But she's showing her butt over here because she keeps falling. But oh man, of course it got the a black cat on there. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
So love me some, you know, uh, love me some black cat. So keep on keeping on. I got a villain up here, Electro, in the
Oh,
house,
nice.
which the animated series didn't have him towards the end of the season because uh the who was it that wanted to do the Spider-Man movie but didn't do it, and then Sam Raimi took it over. Uh, James Cameron,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
he was gonna do a spy. He was gonna have Electro in his movie, so his character wasn't allowed to be used in the Amazing Spider-Man the animated series, and then they kind of scratched it. So John Simper, the creator of the show, the director and all that, he ended up adding him towards the end of the season, which he had a nice twist in it. He was related to the Red Skull and stuff like that. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool. But Electro, anytime I get a chance to get a villain of the Spider-Man, I'm gonna get it. There's
Mm-hmm.
one guy I'm missing. There's a couple of guys I'm missing, but keep on keeping on. Of course, uh, when I saw him, I had to get him. The Green Goblin. You know what
Oh
I mean?
man. Okay.
Got me.
Yeah. Hands down, you've won show and tell today.
with the
Mhm.
glider, the
Wow.
pumpkin bomb right there, Norman
That
Osborn's face, the
wow.
Green Goblin, which is pretty cool if they come out with the Harry Osborn one. I'm
Yeah.
all in. Maybe they already did. I just don't know. But Green
Man.
Goblin. I'm probably gonna go online when I have a little extra cash and try to find all the other ones. But I'm glad I got this first series. But it
Yeah.
doesn't stop there. Keep on keeping on.
Man.
One of my other favorite villains in top five in the Marvel world. Um, maybe top three. Who knows? But everybody talk about Batman. Some people talk about the Daredevil. You know what I mean? You saw what I did there, right, Phable? You saw that? But Batman, Daredevil. But my man, you know what I'm saying? Right there. You know what I mean? Murdoch with his
Nice.
face right there. You can add his face. But this is another version of the Daredevil, but it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's the pretty cool version of Daredevil. Love it. Love it. Had to get it once I saw the Daredevil. This next piece, I'm gonna show it later because it's pretty much pretty cool. It's pretty weird, but I'll show you in a minute. Of course, you gotta have Spider Man. Come on, you know what I
Oh
mean? It comes with another like with him thinking kind of. Osborn, why are you doing that? You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I thought I love Spider Man, so any version I get. I don't know if I ever got the black suit Spider Man. If I do, it's somewhere over there. I couldn't find it, but I
hmm.
definitely want the black suit Spider Man.
Uh
But
I
what happened? You have it?
mm-hmm.
Oh, you got something I don't got, you son of a. You know what I'm saying? This guy, I think a certain member of the Portland Comic Crew might have this guy anyway. But
Hmm.
I got it a while ago. I pre-ordered it at the time. When I got it, I was enjoying it because it actually uh uh he's on scale. You know, when you see a figure on scale, and you have to have from freaking Wilson Fisk. Come on, you know what
Oh,
I mean? The kingpin of crime. You know what I'm saying? Rusky Lee Brown. May
oh.
he rest in peace. He was the voice of the kingpin. Rusky Lee Brown was freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I am the kingpin of crime. Spider Man. Smart
Look
guy.
look at that head sculpt and the face portrait is amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
man.
I saw that figure at a local comic book swap meet or whatever you want to call it. The price on that was whoa my goodness. Woo.
Yeah. So you
Ben did
telling me not? You telling me not to open it? Open it. Open it. I don't know. My wife might kill me, but I'm gonna open this bad boy one day.
I think, Bob. Bob.
Yeah.
Comics with Bob.
It,
Or Everyday
this ain't
Comics.
Bullseye Bob right here. This ain't Bullseye Bob. I thought this, I was
No.
gonna say the Kingpin. This is Bullseye Bob.
Yeah.
So the Kingpin of crime. You know what I mean? And I wanted this guy to be last, but I had to put this one last because it's a little weird, but at the same time cool. I got two of them. Um, Gwen Stacy.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah. But what's funny about this figure? It has Mary Jane right there, so you can put her
Oh,
head on it. So it's Mary Jane too. They didn't have
little
a Mary Jane yet.
creepy.
It's kind of weird. She put her head on there, and she's gonna look like Gwen Stacy's wearing Gwen Stacy's clothes and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? A little weird, but I thought it was cool that they did that. So I got myself two of them, so I could open one and leave one closed. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was like, might as well, because the first one I bought on regular price, and the other one was on sale. I was like, they still had it. I was like, on sale? Really? I'm gonna get that. That was my figure haul. So that was the last of my figure haul. Like I told you, this was in a box for a while. Got them a couple of years ago. I want the second wave. Probably to try to hunt them down. They're probably very expensive. I have Doc up here. I'm trying to get all the Sinister Six, but I missed out on getting the Vulture and getting Scorpion. So those are two of the ones that I'm trying to get um to keep on with the Sinister Six and stuff like that. Oh, of course, Rhino. They all came out, but I like to every once in a while get the little guys, and since we were doing Spider-Man stuff, I'll do the Spider-Man first. But I got me a little Spider-Punk Lego.
Whoa.
Yeah, everybody. I've got a whole collection of these Legos. Got me some Spider-Punk in the house. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But love me some Spider-Punk. When I saw him, I had to get him. Every time I go to Fourth World out here in Long Island, they have them.
Hmm.
There's another shop that has them too, but Fourth Ward has a lot of them, and I had to get it. So I got him, and of course, everybody knows I'm a fan of this character. I enjoy the show. I don't care what anybody says. That show is pretty damn good. If you like the comics and stuff like that, that show just like it. But I got me Miss Marvel
Oh,
Lego.
nice.
It's the movie version because it has the like
You,
the purple, yeah, the purple
you the movie?
the movie or the show, whatever. You know what I
The
mean?
yeah.
TV show version actually. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
The movie
got
was
me some Miss Marvel. What happened?
the movie wasn't too bad. It was pretty good.
It was enjoyable. It was very good. It was excellent to me. But to each his own. Like I said before, like I was saying in the back chat and stuff like that. Uh, this movie gets a bad rap because of what's going on, whatever the situation, people hating Brie Larson and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was pretty damn cool movie and
Meow.
worth going to see in the theater.
Hey, if you love cats, it's gonna be good for. It's gonna be your movie too.
Yeah, man, that was funny. That whole thing was funny with the Falcons and stuff. And of course, guys, that's all I got for now. I did get
What?
some stuff. Yo, that's it, man. That's it, man.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know if the shirt
we,
guy's here, but this is something else I picked up on Black Friday.
oh,
Was this?
Miguel O'Hara shirt.
Yep, Spider-Man 2099.
Across the universe shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty nice. You know what I mean? The shirt guy's not here, but I'll show my shirt too. I guess I didn't get it at Black Friday, but I got this shirt where it has a Ghost Spider. They call her Ghost Spider, but she's Spider Gwen. The Wasp. We got the She-Hulk. You got
Yeah.
Spider Woman. You know what I mean? Taking my whole shirt off here. Uh, talk about Brie Larson. We got Captain Marvel and of course Gwenpool. So a nice little shirt. These Scotty Young style shirts. Looks like Bullseye Bob. He's best cosplay. Yeah, right. Love the Kingpin. Wonder if Bob has it. I'm pretty sure he has it. Uh, oh boy. So I couldn't help but taking all these out of the packages. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to open them up, man. I know some of them are worth money, but you know what I mean. I'm not looking to sell them anytime soon. And I love it. Daredevil gets a series with that suit on, right? I think so. I think so. You might be right. I'm going backwards, guys, so I apologize. Uh, it's usually is my dinner time earlier. Always willing and dealing, Herm. It's all good, bro. Oh man. So I'm here trying to read what people saying. You know what I mean? Oh man. Packaging all the toys. Yeah, so I guess everybody said great shirts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very cool, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We went longer than I thought, but that's mostly because of the show and tell. It was pretty long. Tom had a lot of stuff to show. I had a lot of figures to show. Um, and of course, tomorrow we're gonna cover again the Amazing Spider-Man number 31, Legacy number 925, the big 999 issue, the big wedding. Dun dun dun. But you guys know there might be a boring episode because nothing ever goes wrong. Just like a wrestling wedding, nothing ever goes wrong. I don't know. Let me get my man in here. I feel like I'm by myself and stuff. But right, Tom? Nothing goes wrong on a wrestling wedding, right? Right?
Mm.
Why would it go wrong in a comic book wedding?
Yeah.
Nothing goes wrong, right? Everything's gonna be perfect. Everybody's be like, "Oh, why are you reading such a perfect nothing happening issue. You know what I mean? But we're gonna be covering that tomorrow at 12.
Yep.
My man's gotta get up early just to do a show. Dedication. I got to sleep a little, but so this is why we did the show and tell today and the one annual issue, because tomorrow we're covering this. Might take us a little while. I don't know if it's gonna take us an hour and 20 minutes, but I'm gonna cover this one. My man Tom's gonna cover the backup stories, and we're gonna have a ball with this one.
Yeah.
And you know, we got things to say. Got things, and I want to be honest with you guys. I read this issue. I haven't read any issues after it. So
Yeah.
from like 30, 31, 30, from 32 to 37 that had just came out, 5 issues behind. I'm gonna get caught up because we're gonna have to cover these
Yep.
issues.
Same here.
You know, next week. So we'll let you know what issues we're covering next week tomorrow. So come back tomorrow, guys. We watch this on a rewind. If you like our silliness, and all that, I enjoy doing this with Tom with the silliness and the sound effects.
I tell you
Happy
this.
holidays. Go ahead, sir.
I really wrestled with tomorrow's issue.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Bobby doesn't want us to let us go because he's like, "What's your favorite comic book wedding?" All right. You mean the wedding that never happened because it was taken away? You want to start that, Bobby? You know what I mean? You really want to start that? Oh boy. You know that one more day thing. You know what I mean?
No. Don't go there.
So let's not start that.
Don't even get me started on next month.
Oh no, that happened way before Nick Spencer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That happened back in Casada days. You know what I mean? The whole marriage taken away kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's the way. You know, that '80s beautiful '80s wedding. You know what I mean? Taken away. See what you did, Bobby? Now I'm sad.
Let's go. That's a cuss word.
Oh, Doc.
Let's go.
My man Sleepy said Doc got and Aunt May.
Oh yeah.
Oh snap. Reed and Sue for me. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the only canon one left, right? That we like, right? Because the other one never happened anymore. You know what I mean? Apparently. You know what I mean? I mean, I got the comic. I'm sure, Bobby, you got the comic. You know, with MJ marrying Peter Parker. You know, we got that one, right? But that was poofed, so it doesn't count. Oh man. But guys, thanks for being in the chat. Anybody watching on the rewind, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for dark place, very dark place. Bobby Hardcore Station with the great question. Yep. Love you, Bobby, man. Thanks for coming on here. Thank you, Sleepy. Phable, freaking Eric. Stu was up on here. Verno, hey, what's going on? I was on here. Don't forget about me, you know. Oh man. There was a lot of people up in here. Billy Power Max was up in the house. Of course, Maria, my wife, was on the house, on the house. She's on the house is a problem. In the house. Kevin was up earlier. I'm just hoping I don't miss anybody. Of course, Eric the Stash. You're the man, bro. You know I love you. But yeah, man. Anybody, thanks for being on here. Anybody watching in the rewind, I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow because we have a great show. Thanks, man. Good night and good dinner time. Yeah. I mean, I ate my dinner already, but it's dinner time for you guys.
Yep.
It's almost sleep time for me. Usually, I'm in bed by 8:30, but I don't work tomorrow, so I could get to stay up a little bit and play. You know what I mean?
I think you're in bed at 8:30, and I think Sleepy Raider's probably in bed at probably 6:30, maybe.
Hey, we gotta get our beauty sleep, right? Right, Sleepy?
Oh, he is my grandpa.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh man. Now for some Nick at Night. Yes. Thank you. Nick at Night pops up anytime now. You know what I mean? I think 9 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, my man, no Phable show next week. I'm very sad about that. And I was like, I'm gonna go on Phable show next. No show next week. Wah, wah. But in 2 weeks he'll be back. You know what I mean? And then in 3 weeks he's gonna have an awesome. I'm not gonna say the guest. I don't know if he said the guest yet, but he's gonna have an awesome guest. So, guys, check out the Blame Phable show always. You know what I mean? Hashtag Blame Phable show. 1:00 on Saturdays and stuff like that on his YouTube channel, midnight. Oh, sleep time is midnight. And of course, anybody in the, I got everybody in the PCP Army Bad Batch, everybody, friends of the shows, all in the box below. Check them out. They're all awesome. You know what I'm saying? Till tomorrow, guys. Hope to see you there. 12 p.m. Eastern. My man, 9 p.m. 9 in the morning for my man here. He's gonna have his coffee and his egg sandwich ready. You know what I'm saying? Good luck. I can't believe you agreed to that. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, he's gonna go. Okay, we can do it. Yes. I can watch some football after the show. But thanks again, Tom, for doing this with me for all the crazy times, and we're gonna do it again tomorrow. Hope you guys could enjoy. Hope you guys are awake. You want something to do in the morning? Want to ditch your family just to watch me and Tom tell stories? Go ahead, man. There's nothing wrong with it. I won't tell. Love you guys, Station. Have a good night. Peace out.
Woo!
Chiefs versus Raiders. You guys in your football. Station. And I'm doing this on my phone, so I have a hard time on my computer. Can you imagine on my phone trying to get to the part where we do this? Station. Love you guys. Peace out.